I'm super pleased with the result and the commitment from the team. The clean sheet, 2 in 2 weeks now, is really good. You don't get clean sheets if you don't have a team that all 11 players plus the substitutions, plus the subs, are not committed to doing their job. We've not always had that, I suppose, and we had everybody. We had everybody committed to the game plan. We knew it was going to be a tough game. They were really experienced, best team in the conference obviously last season, and they're always going to cause you problems, but I didn't think they created any moments against us apart from some corners and wide free kicks and scrambles, but they never had any real 1v1s. Drake caught most things, and the back line I thought was outstanding, and when we went to a 3, I thought Ryan Saylor came on and played at the same level as Sergi and Chris McVeigh. So I was pleased with that aspect. I feel as if there's so much more growth in this team, in possession, particularly tonight. I thought we'd give the ball away at times carelessly, which meant that we were always under pressure. But I suppose the first 30 minutes of the game where we started, I felt as if we blitzed them early on with our energy, and really the 2 goals that won the game were probably 2 goals to win any game of football. So I'm proud of the team, proud of the squad, and we're making baby steps forward.
We're getting questions now. Franco?
Phil, congrats on the win. Well, I do have a question about the collective. I just want to ask you about Robert Taylor's golazo there. Your reaction said it all. You sprinted for Jorge, gave him a big hug, fist pump to the West Stand. I mean, just your thoughts and your vantage point on that goal.
Yeah, well, I mean, yesterday I wasn't even going to have him in the squad because he came back on Wednesday from Finland, having been away for 2 weeks. But what people don't realise is he's worked every day with his old team in Finland. I don't know what level that they played at, but he came back in great shape, and we just thought that we would just need his quality to come on, and I thought his goal was really good. The way his chest set him up for the volley, and I suppose it was probably our one bit of quality in the second half. I thought Coco's goal and Coco's performance was really good. And I think in the 2 games, I think Gregory's been immense. So we've just got to keep moving forward. We're playing to a certain level. We're attaining a certain standard, and we've got to make sure we keep pushing the quality. And there's a long way to go. We know that it's a marathon, this league, and we've had 2 home games. We wanted 6 points from the 2 home games. Now we've got to go away and produce the same level of commitment.
We'll go to Jose, then Javier.
Thank you. Phil, it has happened twice in a row now this year that second half substitutions come in and make it and have an impact in the result, not only in the game but in the result. How much can that help you build confidence around the club? Not only that, starters are very important, but you still have an opportunity coming in the second half to change the game for this team. Yeah, we have lots of options, and I think when Campana, Borgelin, Ian Frey, Edison Scona, Noah Allen get back. Jake LaCava is really close. Jake LaCava has been incredible the last 10 days, and he's going to be a real player for us. We've got some really good options, and we've got Robbie Robinson as well. So in a few weeks' time, there's internationals. I think we play Chicago here, and we may be down a few players that we're going to need everybody. And I think the team that start the game are not necessarily the team that are going to win you the game. And I think in the last couple of weeks we've proven that. Lassiter's come on. We know that Harry's going to come on at 60, 70 minutes and he'll change a game for us. Duke's come on, and Saylor, Victor tonight. Last week it was Kramashi, Harvey. So we've got a good squad, and there's players that have not yet had an opportunity. Mabika's not had an opportunity yet. And we're happy. We built a roster with depth and quality.
We'll go to Xavier.
Coach, good evening. Big 2-0 win over the defending Eastern Conference champions. What does this tell the rest of the league? Does it put them on notice about Inter Miami?
Well, I think when you look to our start to the season, we're playing 1, 2, and 3 from last year. We've got the 3rd best team in New York City next week away. So when they did the fixture schedule, we knew that it was going to be a real big start to the season for us. But I think with the 2 home games, give us confidence because of our home form last year. I think we love playing at this stadium. We love we love the heat. You know, I was turning up the heat all day and doing sun dances all day, thinking that get that heat turned up because that's part of our X factor. And I just sensed from the players all week their confidence from last Saturday and the Saturday before against Austin is building momentum, and we just got to keep it going. It's like I say, there's no celebration. We're happy. We've got a good dressing room. We've got good people in there. We've got good quality, and there's still, I think, another 30% to come from this team. Wait till Joseph starts firing. Wait till Leo comes back, and we're in good shape.
We're going to go to Ian, then Jonathan Tannenwald.
Phil, congrats on the win. Gregory and Mota have been the solid part of that midfield for a while now, but it seems like they've just really enjoyed their play to start this year and bringing out the best of Pizarro as well, and Stefanelli even in bits and pieces tonight. What is it about them and that partnership that is working so well right now to just take it all the way to this next level for them?
Well, they're good friends. They trust each other. They're almost yin and yang in the way that they play, and even last year when we were 4-3-3 and we put Gregory a little bit higher, they were almost like magnets coming back towards each other. So we've got a good partnership in there. I think Motta's composure helps the team, and Gregory's leadership and the way he drives the team forward helps the team as well. So and we've got Rodolfo, who's playing some of the best football I've seen him play. I've got to say, I thought, when you think about before the game about like sub scenarios, Rodolfo's not the one that we're talking about, and I think that's big for him. I think when we tell him you're going to play 90 minutes, I think that gives him massive confidence, and he's running at the end more than everybody else. And I think with Rodolfo, I think when he shows that kind of energy, it proves that he's got his confidence. I think confidence and that energy go together with Rodolfo, and he's doing fantastically well. And
Jonathan Tannenwald, and then Jonathan Segal.
He was bored of that question. He was bored of me answering them.
Bill, if you can hear me, Jonathan Tannenwald of the Philadelphia Inquirer.
Hi, John.
Good to talk to you again. Congratulations on the win.
Thank you.
Is this the best Inter Miami team you think you've had?
Well, I think it's too soon to start making big statements. I think this is just a continuation of the journey and the build from last year. We do feel like there's a different feeling around this football club. I talk a lot about feelings and about sensations you have and that smell in your gut. And more often than not, your gut's not wrong. And I felt it for a long time that this football club is heading in the right direction. And that's because of the people we've got within the building. And I read something today about recruitment, about if you recruit attitude, you'll not go far wrong. And I think what we've done, we've recruited people with great attitudes and good people with good characters. And I think you just saw Damien Lowe spent a lot of time with us in last season, spent a lot of time with us tonight because he knows how special that dressing room is. And I think with the supporters and the ownership in the building, you just feel something special. Not something special, you feel something different. And we just got to keep feeding off that. We got to keep filling this stadium. We've got to keep the atmosphere intense. We've got to keep making sure that this is our fortress. And we're just going to keep going.
Jonathan Segal of MLSsoccer.com, and then last question, Franco.
Hi, Phil. Jonathan here.
Hi, Jonathan.
You guys started last year, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was 5 games without a win. But this year, you guys are obviously in a much better way. How do you compare and contrast those two? Because it's kind of funny to think about in a year just how quickly things can change for a club.
Well, I think that's the MLS. Things can change so quickly in the MLS. I think last year we had 19 new players going into the season, and we started the season with some players not fit or not involved in the team. So we had to be patient, but I think it was the start of this build. I think what we've done in the first 2 games this year, we've brought down, or we've knocked down a lot of the psychological barrier of not winning in the first couple of weeks of the season. I think that was hanging over this football club. Now with the 2 games and the 6 points on the table, it puts us in a great position to go and attack the 2 away games that have got coming up against 2 really good teams. And we've got to keep grinding. We've got to keep working hard. I wasn't overly 100% pleased with the performance tonight, and I think that's a good thing. And the players know that they need to be better. The players know that they can improve. and there's still a long way to go.
Last question, Franco.
I'm filling in for Michelle. I got to do a 2-in-1 for you.
Yeah.
It goes back to a few years ago when there's a lot of games that you have coached, and there was a lot of games where you guys created a lot of chances but didn't put them away. Today, based on stats, you guys only had 2 shots on target and they both went in. How pleased are you with that aspect of tonight, that you guys were effective when you guys had the ball in front of that, you guys put it in, and how much more dangerous does that make this team, that you don't necessarily need 5, 6, 7, 8 chances to put the ball in the back of the net, like maybe some pass iterations did?
Yeah, I think surely Motta's when he hit the bar must have counted as a shot on target, does it not? Does it not? Oh, right. I mean, that would have been the third golazo of the evening. So, yeah, I get your point. We didn't create that much, but neither did it. It was a tight game. It felt in the second half, particularly in the first 15 minutes, as if the game was running away from us a little bit. I felt we came out a little bit flat, a little bit lack of energy. That's why I made the early sub with Bryce Duke. I thought then of going to a back 3, but I thought it was a bit too soon, and then obviously we got to sort of like 65, 70 minutes and we needed to make the change. I think we've got goal scorers on the pitch. I think we've got a lot of talented players on the pitch, and today both goals were scored from outside the penalty box. And I can only think of one half chance where I thought Joseph could have shot in the first half. But apart from that, we've not created that much for him in the 2 games. So that's something that we've been working on during the week, is creating more opportunities for our 9s, getting to better crossing positions and better positions in the final third, and actually spending a little bit more time in the final third. It was a little bit 100 miles an hour for me in lots of the plays today. And in the second half, I can't remember us getting into the final third that much. It was a really sort of like middle of the field, create phase type of game. But in the 2 games that we've had, we've been really ruthless in our finishing, and we've been incredibly ruthless in our defending. I thought tonight, I thought Chris McVeigh and Sergi and Saylor and them 2 in the first game, plus the keeper, plus the 2 fullbacks, I think they've been really good. And we've got to keep up that. You think about last year, about the goals that we conceded. You don't get into the playoff positions or into the top 4 by conceding 56 goals. You've got to be 45 and below. So we've got to knock 11 goals off the ones we conceded last year. Well, at this moment in time, I think we're ahead of the curve, and that's where we need to keep it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.